Hey ladies and gents, this is Linda, Chic777, and today I'm coming at you with the design team project for Reneabouquets. Now this is another project that my friend of mine who is a photographer asked me to make to go in her final gift basket for a wedding newly married couple, I should say, whose wedding she photographed, and she asked me to make a card for them. Only, I'm sure all of you know, my cards are not cards. They turn into a project, and I always like them to be reflective of, their wedding colors, maybe their personality, maybe a few things that they might have used in their wedding. So I'm going to move my sign out of the way and show you what I came up with. Here we go. And I'll probably have to do a little bit of camera adjustment, I am sure. It's not too bad. Let's see if I can do it this way. Let's back up just a skosh. And back up again this way. So there is my card. I know, right? So I had this old Birdcage. Well, it's not old. I guess I should say I've had it a long time. So it's old in that sense, 4 or 5 years. That's a long time, I guess. And obviously it is house shaped. And it had a little door on here that I took off. And it had like a little hanger on top. And inside hung like a heart shape, a wire heart. And, just waiting for the right time to, turn it into something. And I wanted this to just be, something for home decor. You'll notice some peacock feathers poking out the back there. This particular couple, her entire wedding was the colors of peacock, and she actually had the feathers around. This particular feathers and stuff that I used in this project, my friend that was photographed the wedding, this was her hairpiece. They gave to her, so she gave it to me to see if I can do something with it. But the colors, from the pictures I saw, of course, were beautiful. Plums and the greens and the blues of, peacock colors. So I, obviously tried to mimic it in this project. Her picture there, it is just very elegant, and she has a lighted backdrop. So I just wanted this project to be very elegant. She seemed to me, obviously I don't know her, but from all the pictures that I had seen, everything was very elegant, but very precise, I guess you could say. It wasn't, I didn't want this project, I would call it elegant, a little bit shabby chic, but I didn't want to get too shabby with it, because I just don't think she's that kind of person from what I've seen. Anyway, so I took the Birdcage. It was kind of a weird tannish, brownish color. I don't know what, but I took a chalk paint that I found at Walmart and mixed a little bit of sand in it and textured the Birdcage up. And then I did the same thing, textured the Birdcage. Yes, I textured the Birdcage up. I did the same thing with this love word that I got at Joann's or Michael's. I just kind of textured that up, and that was about it for the texture. As far as the, paint mixed with sand. So let me move my camera once again and get a little bit more in closer to you. Now, there is a place, and I'm going to show you this. There is a place, which I always have on my projects for my friend, that she can write a personal note to the couple that she's giving this to. And I've said in other videos, she does like a gift basket, just a huge, beautiful gift basket, hundreds of dollars. She puts one of my, quote unquote cards in it. She gives them their flash drive full of photos, etc., etc. So she wants a place to say thank you on the gift that I make. So I will show you that. So let's get adjusted so I can bring this up to the camera. and show you a little bit better what I've done. Sorry, a little bit of talking in there, but had to just kind of give a little bit of background. Okay, so let's just kind of, and you know what? These colors, believe it or not, were hard for me to work with. I told Renee this is going to be a love-hate relationship, which I find funny because my bathroom is in these purples and green colors. No problem. But I don't often make projects with them. And I think it was the peacock part of it that was throwing me off because I loved the colors in it. But my mind was peacock, the feathers. And so the feathers were throwing me off, and it was kind of making it a little bit difficult for me to make this project with. And, you know, I finally just had to get the stupid feathers out of my brain and just go with the colors to make it work. So, and of course, because... let me see what I've got here. There we go. Going to be hard to see because we're inside of a cage, but just kind of give you a look-see here. Trying to eliminate the shine. I didn't do very much to the top, just a little bit, because I wanted the focus to be inside the cage. So that's basically all the decoration on the top. I'll go around the other side, just kind of a real pretty crochet ribbon with some flowers. See the peacock feathers poking out. I had to layer things so you can kind of see how the layering is in there. With my light a little bit. A lot of flowers in there and things leaning, so I had to do a lot of layering and a lot of flowers to make it all work. And into the back. The paper I used, I used some basil brown cardstock because there was a little bit of brown in the peacock feathers. The paper I used was, it was just in my mind. Let me step over and take a peek. Timeless Type collection from Die Cuts with a View. Really pretty, just music notes paper there. And the front has like a rose print on it as well. And then I used a little micro dot stencil and just a little stenciling on the front and back of the heart. That was about it there. But as I said, she wants a place to write a thank you note. So on the back of this heart, I made a pocket and a tag so that she can write her thank you note front and back. It slips in there. It stays with the project forever, you know. Thought that was kind of a fun, clever idea. Stays hidden from the front, but you know, like I said, stays with this project forever. That kind of marks their beautiful celebration. So a lot of Wild Orchid Craft flowers and glue strings. A lot of Prima flowers, a few Petaloo products. I can really talk tonight. It's after midnight, so my words might get a little bit jumbled. So what I started with, the heart in the back, layered it, and then I started layering a bunch of flowers. I started with just these fabric flowers in my stash, these roses, because they're huge, and it kind of filled in this corner, and then this beautiful kind of large crackled rose that was gifted me by P. I think she got this at Michael's from like the $2 bin. It was perfect coloring because it was kind of an off-white color. Some Prima flowers in here, and I just layered everything right on top of that big heart back there. And then I used some of the peacock feathers from the hairpiece that I told you about that my friend wore while she photographed the wedding. And then there's a large piece right back in here just laying against that heart. Because, you know, I just wanted to make sure that was in there because that was her thing. So on the front of that heart, then I layered the great big resin frame by Prima, and this is in Renee's shop. It's a two-piece set, a very large square frame and a smaller square frame. She's also got the same set in an oval. Okay, and then on the top there, I wanted to put some metal around the project, of course. So I've got a little metal photo corner on top of that resin frame. Then I chose to print a picture, and it's kind of my program. I used kind of the old photo one, I believe. I had it in black and white, which looked nice, but it was kind of fading into the colors. I didn't like the full just color photo because it was too busy for the rest of the project. And so this old photo color kind of has a little bit of a greenish tint to it, which actually went perfect because the color she used, as you can tell from my project, was kind of the beautiful peacock blue. She used very dark plum colors, the green colors, and some real bright blue, I believe. So I think those, besides the peacock blue, so I think those were kind of her color choices. Anyway, and then I layered a bunch of Prima flowers and stuff in the back. To get this purple color, I used Prima flowers and a spray from Renee's shop. And I'm sure a lot of you have these particular sprays, and these are the Tim Holtz Distress Spray Stain. Try and slow down so I'm not jumbling my words so much. And this is the Seedless Preserves color. Beautiful color. I have, of course, lots of Tim Holtz products, but I've never used his distress sprays because, you know, I have so much of the Lindy's sprays, Lindy's Stamp Gang. I have Prima sprays that Renee carries in her shop, but I just did not have the right color purple, obviously, so I decided to try the Tim Holtz Distress Spray Stain. And wow, I'm going to go back for a bunch more colors because this sprays, if you have not used it, the colors come out so rich. It's going to look blue on camera. It's a beautiful dark plum grape color, but you can see the shimmer of that flower. And you spray it, and it comes out rich and just an all-over color spray, and I am totally impressed with Tim Holtz Distress Stains. Just freaking gorgeous. So that's what I used to color all of my purple flowers with. I'm going to stay here on the side for a minute. Sorry to go back and forth, but I wanted you to take a look at this beautiful fabric chiffon flower. This is in the peacock color. This is from Renee's shop. Just gorgeous. She just got in a entire array of beautiful fall colors of these gorgeous chiffon flowers. I just love these flowers. They are so elegant, so beautiful. They've got bling and pearls in it. I've showed you guys before. This is the white. Let me show you real quick so you can see how big they are in the palm of my hand. The fabric, you can see the texture on the fabric, just gorgeous. The other color I got, I didn't use on the project, but it's this color here, and now that I'm showing you, of course, I can't remember it, but it's kind of a, the name of it, but it's just a beautiful, real light tan color. Anyway, she's just got a bunch of colors in her shop. If you'd like to check it out, they make any project completely gorgeous. And then this green color that I used is from Lindy's. It's the My Mojito Green. I think it's just a little bit not quite as bright, vivid green as the colors in the wedding, but it works. It goes together. And then I put in, tucked into the flower, is a little metal heart gear by Prima Ingville Bohm. And then this is a resin key that says happiness in it, as by Prima as well. And then just some crochet trim from my stash. And it just kind of goes over the top through the center. And that, like I said earlier, was all I did because I didn't want to detract from the inside. So you can see all like my flowers and stuff in there. This leaf and little bead spray on here is by Petaloo. That is from Renee's shop. She's got a bunch of different colors. It's the textured elements, and these are the little burlap sprays. And they are a little bit lighter color in purple, so what I did is just use the Distress Spray Stain on it by Tim Holtz. Made it the color I wanted. It took the spray very well because it's burlap. You can see kind of the darker shade color in that, and then these purples and greens were like totally perfect, so just kind of tucked that in there. Bunch more flowers, like I said. I'm really sorry, it's kind of hard to see. Nestled here in the flowers, this little metal ornate frame is by Tim Holtz. Those are carried in Renee's shop. Then I've got a Prima metal street sign here that says Dream Road. That's just from my stash. This is a spare parts resin street lamp here that I kind of tucked in the back there. I kind of wanted, as you can see, to make like a little scene where it says love, and then I've got these spare parts resin gates right here, so it's kind of like love is opening the gates of their dream path together, which leads to their photos. So that's kind of was my story behind this. So like I said, a bunch of flowers and stuff tucked on the inside, some more the other two flowers to these chiffon flowers from Renee's shop are all kind of tucked in here. This one got lost. I'm a little sad. It was so bright and pretty, and then I started stacking on top of it, so you just see a poke coming out there, but the whole set's in there. Beautiful dragonflies. I've got one here and one back in here. These are from Renee's shop. And let me bring these out so I can show you these dragonflies here. And then I'll give you the name of these. One moment, please. Okay, so here are the dragonflies. These are the Tiny Treasures dragonflies. Beautiful. You get 5 to a set, and it's kind of got the purples and the greens, just like the peacock colors, but not as vivid. A little bit less vibrant. She's got some that are actual peacock dragonflies, but these are just the shade is just, you know, kind of a little bit subtle, more subtle than the brighter colors. Just beautiful. And these dragonflies are called the Dreamcatcher dragonflies. Dreamcatcher. Oh, and those one chiffon flowers I showed you, I've got them down here. Those are called the khaki chiffon, that set of kind of light tan I showed you. Those are in the khaki color, okay? Anyway, so those are the beautiful dragonflies. Like I said, I've got one nestled right down in here, and then one nestled kind of right up on top of that heart back there. I told you about the spare parts little resin gates there, and then the love word, as I told you earlier, from Michael's or Joann's. I can never remember which because I buy woodwords from both those places. On front of the L, I've got one of the Prima resin topiaries right here that was from my stash. On front of the O, I've got a Prima metal clock hand and a Prima clock face, both from Renee's shop. I've also got one of the Prima metal skeleton clocks. Excuse me, those are from Renee's shop, and these clocks are the Vintage Mechanicals clocks. Like I said, this is the smaller set. These have been out a while. Let me just show you something here really quick. Maybe really quick. Okay, got it. What I wanted to show you, she's got both sets. So this is the smaller set. I used this one here. Okay, Vintage Mechanicals. That's the smaller set. You can kind of see in the palm of my hand. It kind of fits the palm of my hand. And then she's got the larger set, okay? A set of 2, so you can see the difference. Okay? Vintage Mechanicals by Prima. Like I said, the Finnebar clocks, and those are in Renee's shop. I tried to play off the O and off the L like I usually do with my words. And then I've got a little bead landing gear here. I chose to use a gear because it's kind of in that antique gold color, and the reason I did that is because that piece I've got on top, the frame, there's like an antique gold, and I kind of wanted to bring the, you know, the antique golds together. So I've got one here, and then I've also got a little antique gold bead landing gear right here tucked in this Prima flower right here. And then on top of that, I've got a little Prima lock from my stash. Okay. And then, you know, like I said, I kind of did the 3 in the antique gold metal, and I also kind of want to do the same in the silver. So I've kind of got that silver Tim Holtz frame, and then I've got from Renee's shop, like I said, and then the silver of the Vintage Mechanicals clock. And then I've got silver in the number 2 here, and that's just a Prima number 2, a metal number 2. Okay, so that kind of gives me my triangle of silvers, and then my triangle of antique gold. And then kind of laying here in front of the loveword, this is a beautiful just Prima flower from my stash. On top of that is a Prima metal door lock. I had originally got these from Renee's shop, but I believe she's out of them right now. So that's where that came from. And then a couple more of the beautiful colored flowers there. And then kind of throughout the project, as you'll notice, you can kind of see the glittery here, a little bit of glitter on the flower, kind of glitter back in here, glitter back in here. Yes, you guessed it, Reneabouquets glitter glass. I used the Prima 3D matte gel and the Reneabouquets glitter glass, the chunky glitter glass. This is in the diamond shade. It just gives such an elegance to my projects. I love it. The best quality glitter glass I have seen ever. So anyway, thank you, Renee, for that. This is my project. Sorry, it was a little hard to see. That's what happens when you go and build inside of things and then you try to get the camera in there to show you all the little details. But I hope you enjoyed this project. I will have all the links down below to everything Reneabouquets, as well as a link to my blog and Pinterest account for close-up photos. I hope you enjoyed this project. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.